What is up, you guys? This is HTJ Halloween, and today I am back to talk about Party City's incredible lineup for the 2022 season. We have already seen a lot of leaked images and videos, and as you guys know, they are carrying some of the best animatronics on the market this year. I'm really excited to bring them onto the channel for you guys and unbox them, but in the meantime, Party City was so kind as to email me with their press release for this season, giving me the highest quality images and videos of the animatronics. Today I'm just going to be showing you those images because we have already kind of seen the videos leaked, but there is actually also some animatronics that I haven't discussed that I want to talk about. Some of those are a little bit smaller, but I do just want to go through, how they describe each of the props. We also have each of their names now with this official press release, and very soon it's going to be coming onto their website. So be sure to shop Party City for this season. This here is obviously the big, monster of the season. My favorite animatronic for 2022, Light Up Talking Cackles the Clown. Cackles the Clown is what nightmares are made of. A 12-foot tall animatronic, Cackles puts the horror in Halloween with his terrifying words and evil laugh. Available at Halloween City stores and select Party City stores. Retails for $499.99. So that's the other thing. We're going to have all the prices and all the official names with this press release. So a lot of people already knew the speculated price for this guy was $500. But to be completely honest, I feel like that's kind of justified given that he's 12 feet tall. And not only is he a 12-foot tall animatronic, he's a 12-foot tall full-bodied animatronic with hands, what probably is a massive head, and tons of animation. The other 12-foot animatronic we have for this year is that witch from Home Depot that I also love. But granted, that witch is not really a full-bodied witch. Like, she doesn't her body doesn't actually touch the ground. It's just the broom. So to have something that is a full-bodied Seasonal Visions looking clown that's going to be a 12-foot tall clown, honestly, I can't even really picture this in my head. That is like a story and a half tall, nearly 2 stories tall, of a full-bodied clown. So the $500 price tag is actually not something I'm super surprised about. Maybe it could have been more in the $400 to $450 range, but let's be honest, this is probably the best animatronic that you're going to get for this season, and that's why it's priced so high. I also want to say that I am thoroughly impressed by the animation, the side-to-side motion, which I kind of expected, but my favorite aspects is the light-up nose, the big spherical light-up eyes. I also love the face mold itself. The face sculpt I think is super creepy, very different looking. I think he's very unique in his own way. Doesn't have a moving mouth, but that's honestly kind of expected with something this massive. But he also has the best audio. Like, I am living for this clown audio because it has a very unique and spooky circus theme song in the background that for some reason I just love. And also his phrasing is good. So really good voice acting, really good animation. There's really no negatives for me on this guy, except maybe the fact that he's $500. But I'm just so excited to see what a 12-foot tall clown is going to be like in person. So definitely stay tuned for me to get this guy on the channel because this is like my top of my list animatronic for 2022. This is the image that the press release had of the popcorn machine, which I actually think might be a new image. If anything, it's much clearer, so we can really get a good look at the detailing on that popcorn. This is another super incredible, unique animatronic for Party City 2022. Let me go ahead and find the description they have of this guy. Okay, Light Up Talking Circus Popcorn Pop-Out Clown. So I don't know exactly what the name is going to be, but probably Popcorn Pop-Out Clown. This animatronic looks like a regular circus popcorn machine until an evil clown pops out. Available at Halloween City stores, retails for $219.99. So that is the price on this guy, is $220. And I would say that is pretty expected. I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck on this guy. You get this full popcorn machine display as well as the jump scare on the inside. So honestly, I thought that was going to be more along the lines of a $300 or a $250. So I would say for $220, that's pretty good for this guy. I would say that's a pretty fair price animatronic. And we have seen the video for this guy. The clown head is not the scariest thing ever, but it does kind of have more of an antique look, and it is kind of teased on the art that is on the back of the popcorn machine. Personally, I think this is really a must-have for anyone who's into the circuses and the clowns. If you're gonna do a clown display, this is a must-have. I do wish I was doing a haunted house, because this would be amazing to put right out front of the haunted house, and it definitely has, the jump scare element of you think you're going to go grab popcorn, or it almost looks like a ticket booth too. And then there is this jump scare. So this is like literally the perfect thing to have at any creepy clown display. I feel like it can't hurt to have this. And it just adds a perfect little jump scare. And once again, very unique, very, very unique idea. Something I personally have never seen before. Now, this is one that we haven't showed on the channel yet, but actually one that surprisingly I'm really excited about. This is the Crawl Doll Spider, and this just looks like something so bizarre, so freaky looking, and it's definitely reminiscent of that toy that dude made in Toy Story. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It rings a bell in my head to that. I don't know if it was inspired by that, but it is a doll head on top of a spider, and I thought this was going to be a static prop. But actually, it has light up eyes and it crawls. So let's read the description. It's called Crawl Doll Spider. This animatronic features a black tarantula connected to a doll head, and when activated, the spider crawls around and the doll's eyes light up red. The only thing that I really want to know about this guy is if, like, what the audio is, or if there even is any. But this is freaking cool. So not super much to say about it. I don't think it's huge because it's only $39.99. Part of me was like, oh my gosh, what if this is one of those that it looks small, but it's like a giant head? But I think it's probably going to be more of a doll size because it's $39.99. And then we have this guy, which is the one that is very much similar in appearance to the limb-eating zombie boy. But let's see, we have his name on here as well. I'm gonna take a look for it. Okay, it's called Crouching Zombie Child. Okay, so kind of a basic name. When activated, Zombie Kid jerks up its head to reveal a blood-soaked undead face. So it's kind of a zombie prop. Available at Party City stores and online. Retails for $180. I would say this guy is probably a little bit overpriced, given that I feel like he's a smaller little crouching kid animatronic. It does have a really cool jump scare though, and it does have a very unique appearance. Even though it's similar to the limb-eating zombie boy, it doesn't really look anything like the limb-eating zombie boy. It definitely has its own unique zombie look. They call it undead because it's not even really a classic zombie. It's more of like a pale, bluish color. I don't know. I personally actually really, really like the look of this guy, and I really was happy with the fact that he is a jump scare. So his head starts in the down position, and then his head pops up. And also it's very interesting and neat that he is like a little trick-or-treater, so it kind of is very fitting for Halloween night. Although I would say I would have probably priced him more at $140 instead of $180, but I still think this guy is at the top of my list to bring to the channel because I think he's a definitely super scary one. So this one is kind of less of an animatronic, but they did include it in their press release. So I can't tell if I can see this one on the list, so they may not even really be including this as the animatronic, because it isn't really, but this is just something interesting I thought I'd show you guys that is unreleased, which is like a little light up gargoyle. So this definitely has a nice aesthetic for Halloween. Now, this next one is similarly a smaller outdoor little prop, but this one is actually on their list of animatronics for the season, and they're calling it Light Up Flaming Pumpkin. This Halloween jack-o'-lantern decoration features a scary face and LED flames, available at Party City stores and online, retails for $40. Also, I wanted to mention, as I'm reading here and I say whether it's available at Party City or Halloween City, that actually is important to indicate if it's going to be at Party City, at Halloween City, or at both. So it's interesting how Party City does their releases, but not all of these are available at both stores. So you kind of got to know where to go to get them, but I'll keep you guys updated on that as I do my unboxings. This one is for $40, and I actually really like this thing. The one thing I think they left out of the description is that the uniqueness of it is that it's a rotting pumpkin. It's almost like a rotting, almost like, I guess it's supposed to look like it's on fire, but to me it kind of looks like it was a rotten pumpkin. It could also look like a pumpkin that's being burned. So it has flames light up on the inside. I don't know if there's any sound, but I think this would be a cute little little thing to have on your doorstep. This next one I have not shown you guys on the channel yet, but this is the light up talking ice screamer. I almost read that wrong. Ice screamer clown yard stake. I couldn't find a description of or a video of exactly what this guy does, but he clearly must have an audio. He also has light up green eyes and a light up ice cream cone with a skull design. So I think it's, you know, very unique looking creature here. And also he has that crazy looking tongue. So this dude is, you know, definitely a little bit more out there, but I don't hate the design. I actually think he's kind of freaky. May not be something I purchased, but it describes him as your Halloween visitors might be screaming, but not for ice cream when they see this clown. This yard stake decoration is sure to scare, available at Party City stores and online. So that's for Party City 2022. And it's $130. So this is a life-sized stake animatronic. You can't see it in this picture, but at the bottom, it just has a stake with a red and white swirl design. And that stakes into the ground. So very easy, you know, application into your yard. So this one here is the Burning Devil animatronic that has had a lot of hype. We've already seen that he does, you know, turn from side to side. He does have the fog come out of his head, out of the horn specifically. And he has this moving light inside his hands and his head that makes him look like he's on fire. Personally, I kind of feel like the lighting up on the inside of the plastic makes it look like cheap plastic. That's just my opinion, but I do see what they were going for because it does kind of look like it's on fire. And he's not called a devil. His official name is the light up talking lava demon with fog effect. This animatronic demon threatens a fiery fate while its head and hands are lit like magma. So that's addressing the light in the hands. Available at Halloween City. So this is a Halloween City one. Retails for $270. So this one I still think is really cool, but you guys know I'm not a super huge fan of the devil props. I had to do zoom in on the face here for you guys to see that incredible detail in the face. I definitely like the sculpt on this guy. I also think there's a lot of detail in the outfits. That's something that I've been really enjoying from Party City this year. Lots of blood and lots of gore and detail in all of the outfits on these props. But yeah, this one in particular, I definitely think is an amazing looking devil compared to the devils I've seen in previous years from stores. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's worth $270. But for those of you that are big, you know, demon prop fans, I'm sure this will be a must-have. What I do really, really like about it is the horn fog effect. I think that is definitely really cool. So the next one is one that a picture was included in the press release, but they didn't actually have a video for it or a description. I don't know if that's because it's not new for 2022 or if because it's a static thing, but I would really hope this moves because this is a giant werewolf that I thought actually has a really cool looking sculpt to it. I do think it's a little awkward the way it's leaning on this creepy cloth covered thing, but I guess if you were able to kind of style this in a real world setting outside and put some pebbles around that, you can make it look a little bit more realistic. But this guy is basically a crouching in this stance where he's stepping up on that platform, and he's a big scary werewolf, and I think that he looks really cool. I like the green light up eyes. I feel like we haven't seen a werewolf with green eyes, and I think he has a very, very awesome face. I do zoom in on the face here to show you guys that I think the detailing in that is really, really incredible, but for some reason, yeah, this one isn't described in the press release, nor is there a video. So I don't know if it just lights up and that's it, but I feel like if that's the case, this is a missed opportunity because this werewolf could do a lot of cool things. So we'll just have to wait and see what this one is about. If this one is a 2021 prop and you guys already know what it does, definitely be sure to let me know in the comment section below. This next one here is a really cool little tabletop that I actually think I'll probably be getting for 2022 because I actually really like it. It's called the Light Up Peekaboo Skeleton doll. This doll looks cute and innocent until it moves its hands to reveal a horrifying skeleton face with blazing red eyes. Available at Halloween City. This is a Halloween City one for $39.99. I think that's a little overpriced for a doll. I guess though most stores do sell their tabletops for about $40, but I think it could have been around $30 or $25. Maybe it'll be a little bigger than I expect. I don't know. It's hard to tell from this image, but I really, really like peekaboo props. I like that this one has some little pigtails and it, I guess, moves its hands, so I'm assuming it moves its hands down to reveal its scary skeleton face, and I really, really like to collect these type of tabletop items, so I will be getting this one. This one here is another tabletop, but a little bit bigger of an animatronic, the Light Up Tabletop Zombie Vulture. Give your Halloween guests a bad omen with the Zombie Vulture, which features light up eyes, a moving beak, and bird screeching sound effects. Available at Halloween City stores. So this is obviously reminding me of the 2018 Spirit Halloween vulture that they had, but this one is actually only $50. And I guess the mouth moves, it does light up its eyes. Only thing I wish we could have seen was a bit of moving with the wings, but this is a zombie vulture. He's standing on a skull. You can see his ribs. Very cool looking sculpt here for this tabletop vulture. We also have another little tabletop doll animatronic here, and this one is probably my favorite, just because I kind of think that it is the most unique and interesting. And this is wait, I'm looking for where they have it listed on here. Can't find this one specifically listed in the press release list, but this is a really, really cool doll because obviously it's the conjoined twins doll. And I think this is a really unique look. I feel like we've never seen anything like this, and it has 2 heads with 4 light up eyes. This is a really cool doll. Definitely going to be on my wish list. And I like the look of the one strand of hair that comes in between the 2 heads. This next one here is a pretty classic animatronic that we've seen done many times before, but it's called the light up zombie snake. When activated, this undead snake moves to strike while making scary snake sounds. Available at Halloween City, retails for $49.99. So a lot of these smaller ones are only available at the Halloween City stores, which makes sense. This is a zombie looking snake that pops out of this, what is that, a box that says danger, and you know, I'm sure when it gets activated, it smashes its head down to try to bite you. So that's a classic jump scare. Not necessarily on my wish list because I've seen this many times before, but I definitely think they did a good job with this one's look. All right, here is another big, highly anticipated one. This one is going to be a Party City exclusive. It is called the Rising Woman. This possessed woman will rise towards you while screaming in horror and lighting up. Keep your distance or you'll be next. Available at Party City stores and online. Retails for $180. First thing I want to say is I'm very happy about that price. I think $180 is perfectly priced, if not even a little bit less than I expected. You know, to get something under $200 is rare these days with the inflation and with the way the economy is. So getting this girl for $180 I think is great because I think she's a really, really classic looking scary possessed girl, and you guys know that that is like my favorite genre of animatronics. So this one personally is my favorite for 2022. It's got those chains hanging down that make it look like she's chained to the ground. The only thing I wish is that it was a jump scare, but instead it's more of a slow rise. I'm very interested to hear the audio because in the press release video, it's the same as the leaked video where there's like music over it, but it says here that she's screaming in horror, so that is promising. I'm hoping that it's a really, really great voice act, but I think this is a great possessed animatronic for 2022. A must buy for someone like me who likes the possessed animatronics. Loving the classy look, the classic, not classy, definitely not classy, but classic look of the hair in front of the face. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of Samara Morgan from The Ring, and she will be on the channel for 2022. I'm very excited to get this one. This next one's probably my least exciting of all the things that were shown. You know, everything was looking pretty great. Other than this looks pretty tacky and cheap. I don't even really see it in the list though, so I'm not going to stay on it. But, you know, this is clearly just a little bit of a cheaper skeleton groundbreaker tabletop. So this is another life-size animatronic for this year, but I hope you guys aren't mad at me, but I honestly don't know what this is. It looks like it might be a comic book of sorts. It's called The Creep Show Guy, so I guess it's something from a comic book, but I don't really have much to say because honestly I don't know about it. Maybe I'm very uncultured for that. I apologize, but this is, you know, a character from some sort of licensed thing. So for those of you that know what this is, I'm sure you're really excited. Me, on the other hand, I don't know what he is. Now this one right here may be the best animatronic released by any stores for 2022. I definitely think it is a Techie Toys animatronic, which I'm very excited that Techie Toys is working with Party City because they just did an amazing job this year and they haven't really been on top of their game in a while, so I'm happy to see them come back with this amazing stuff. This is officially called the Torture Box Woman. This 6 foot, so I didn't realize she's 6 foot. I would have expected 5 foot, so that's awesome. The 6 foot Torture Box Woman laughs hysterically, and we did see the laugh. I think the laugh was reused from a Morning Gory, and maybe even a prop prior to her that is Techie Toys. So that's how we know this is Techie Toys. I lost it. Laughs hysterically and wishes sorry, what is that word? Writhes. I think I'm saying it wrong. Writhes. You guys know what I mean, where it's like twisting side to side as the box on her head gives her electric shocks. That's what's also, I didn't expect that, where the box does light up and shock. And I think there's probably electric noises as well. Available at Party City stores and online. Retails for $200. This one's $20 more than the Rising Woman. And honestly, I think that's pretty perfect. Once again, I feel like they're keeping their prices relatively cheap compared to the competition, which is very exciting for me. And also, yeah, this girl, I think, deserves a $20 price increase because she does actually have a lot more animation than the Rising Woman, as well as a face. And that's why I wanted to show you guys this picture of up close to the face. I mean, I'm like a little freaked out just by how uncanny her face looks in the dark box. This image is so freaking creepy. I can't wait to see this thing in person. I'm still kind of feel like I don't fully know what it's going to look like in person, but yeah, she has that side to side motion as well as the head kind of bobbing around, and also the lighting up inside the box. This is a really awesome prop, something that we haven't seen, a classic scary torture bloody prop. We haven't seen that in so long from any retailer, so I'm so excited Techie Toys is back at it again with some grade A animatronics. This is up there on my list, and I will hopefully be getting this on you to show you guys on the channel very soon. Okay, this one is a towering prop. Once again, it's a 10-foot tall, so not quite as tall as Cackles, who is probably my favorite of the year, but this is the 10-foot tall light-up talking towering witch. Anyone who dares disturb the slumber of this 10-foot tall witch will see her eyes light up, head move, while she cackles and utters terrifying phrases. Available at Party City stores. Retails for $350. So, we really see the big price tags on these giant towering props, but what can you expect? I mean, that's just because there's a lot more material made into them. This one I'm not super excited about just because there's been a towering witch released this year, and that was the one from Home Depot that I think is far superior to the look of this witch. But, this still could be very cool. She could go side by side with your other towering witch, but personally I prefer the Home Depot one. Now the next one is one that the more I see it, the more I think I may buy it, and that's because it's a very unique, refreshing concept. We don't see a lot of animal props released by anybody in the market, and this one here is the Raccoon. Now let me find him on the list here. He is called the Zombie Raccoon Trash Can Pop Out. Perfect name to describe him. And if you guys haven't seen the video of this one, he actually pops out from the back of the trash can. You can't see him, and pops through the fabric as a jump scare, similar to Bubba from Spirit Halloween, but with this whole remodel. Instead of a doghouse, it's a trash can. Instead of a dog, it's a raccoon. So this is an amazing idea. I love it. I love the audio. Like I said, the only thing is the furriness does make him kind of look like a little bit of a stuffed animal, but I like the sculpt in the face, and I think the trash can looks great too. It looks like a trash can is doing what it needs to do, and I love the fact that this is a jump scare. So I actually think this one is like number 6 on my list of a potential buy if you guys really want to see it. They describe it as this animatronic looks like an ordinary trash can until a rabid raccoon pops out. Available at Halloween City. So this is a Halloween City one, not Party City, and it retails for $160. I thought it was $80, but it's $160. So I would say that's pretty good. Pretty much a steal for this amazing jump scare prop. This last one I haven't talked much about because it's clearly a more kid-friendly, family-friendly type of prop, but it's called the Light Up Talking Grimm Twins. Walk too close and the twins' eyes glow. Wait. Yeah, I thought maybe this might have been describing the doll, but I think this is the Grimm twins. Walk too close and the twins' eyes glow red, and they say things that will make your blood run cold. Available at Halloween City. Now, what's crazy about these twins is that they're only $30. This is the cheapest thing on the list, and it is an animatronic, and I think they have moving mouths and everything, so maybe they don't. I might be wrong on the moving mouth. I think they do, but they talk to each other. So I would say $29.99. Damn, that's a steal. But it's definitely not one for me or for this channel because it's definitely more of the kid-friendly route. But that is pretty much it. I really do want to say a big thank you to Party City for showing me some love and sending me over the press release. I really do appreciate them reaching out. And I think it's a better year than ever to be buying some Party City animatronics because, you guys know how much I have been blown away by this lineup. I think it's definitely giving quality over quantity. They don't do as many as some of the other stores, but I would say I feel like every single one is a top tier animatronic, aside from, you know, those twins I don't really care for. And they all are good. I mean, they just, all of the ones that are like the main ones, you know, aside from like the Towering Witch is kind of cheap. But all the ones that are the main ones are like all really good animatronics, like animatronics that I've been waiting to see. So you can definitely expect to see probably about 5 of these animatronics on the channel. The only one I'm on the fence about is the Raccoon. In the meantime, subscribe, leave your comments and your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.